He liked it. Okay. Hi, my name is Ruth Armstrong. We are here live on video entertaining Ruth Armstrong this evening. Hi, Miss Armstrong. How you doing?
Hi, Roseanne. How are you?
Okay. I would like to ask you a couple of questions about your mother. Where was she born? And your father? Where was he born?
Okay.
It's your family about your mother. Where was she born?
Well, I was born Mason Lake, Arkansas, 1919, August the 23rd. My mother was born in Mississippi.
Where in Mississippi?
My mother
Where?
in Mississippi.
What part of Mississippi?
I can't remember only the state. I can only remember the state.
Uh-huh. Go on. Where was your father born?
My father was born in Mississippi.
Mississippi. You don't remember the states where you were born?
No, I can't recall the
Well, maiden name.
What was your maiden name?
My maiden name was Willis.
Willis.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
My father's name was Arian Willis.
Arian Willis.
Mm-hmm.
What about your two brothers?
My brothers was born in Mississippi. My brother Robert and my brother A.B. was born in Mississippi.
And Annie? Where was she born?
Annie was born in Mississippi.
Oh.
Amy's full name.
What's Annie's full name? Bertha or what?
Bertha Riley.
That's her maiden name? What was her maiden
Her
name?
maiden name was, I don't recall what's her maiden name. She was a Murray.
Mary?
Murray.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now,
My mother's name was Matilda Murray.
Matilda Murray.
Mhm.
When she was born, you said you forgot where she was born at.
She was born in Mississippi.
Too. Okay, how did you meet Daddy?
Well, I met your father through a friend and through a church work.
Okay, what kind of church work did you do?
Methodist church. His father was a minister, Methodist minister. So I attended his father's church.
Okay.
And I met him through the church and through his sister.
Oh. Okay, now tell me some more about Daddy himself and his sisters and Big Mama. Where was she born? She was born down in Mississippi too?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Glasgow, Mississippi,
Glasgow.
she was born.
Okay, they Lee was too, huh?
Yes.
Okay, cut in.
Marion Armstrong. He was Bill's father, which was Ruth Ann and W's, Bill and Claudia's grandfather. He died in the year of 1945. He lived in Mississippi. He was in the state of Arkansas when he died. And he died in the hospital in Memphis, Tennessee.
How old was he when he died?
How old was he when he died?
I can't remember.
Did she ever meet him?
Did you ever meet him?
Yes, when Bill and I got married.
Oh, he married you and Daddy?
No, he didn't marry us.
Oh.
But he was the supervisor.
Oh, okay. He was a good guy, in other words.
Yeah.
Did you get along with him, Ruth?
Yes, we got along.
Okay. Now,
Okay, good.
We're looking at Willie Armstrong, whom we loved very much. I was married, Bill and I was married in 1935. I gave birth to 5 children. Willie Armstrong came to Chicago in 1945. He came and he worked very hard. There were times he worked, he wasn't paid very well for his earnings, but he struggled and made it. He could always get a job, even though his education was poor, but he could hold a job when no other man could. And he accomplished, when we came to Chicago, we had nothing. But in the year of 1986, when he died, he was in possession of 2 homes, a car, and 2 good jobs. And he always worked 2 jobs because he loved to work, and he would work for his living. When he passed in the year of January 2nd, 1986, it left me alone, but we still love him.
Put that down.
Let's see, 1935. We only had 1 chair, 1 box, 2 plates, but we survived and we was happy. He struggled, he worked. There were times he didn't feel up to work, but he had to keep going, and he did. We were very happy together. We had our ups and downs, but we stayed in there. Claudia was born in 1936, which is our oldest child. We were very happy over our first daughter. Dell was born in 1938. That was my second daughter. Sonny was born in 1939, my first son. W was born in 1944, which is my second son. Ruth Ann was also born to us 1945. That's my baby. But I gave birth to 8 children. And Bill and I moved from Victoria, Arkansas to Kaiser, Arkansas. And from Kaiser, Arkansas, Bill and his father could not agree. He wanted to expand out. He wanted to get away from struggling and fighting with the white man, trying to make a living. He ran away from home and ran away from his father, and he came to Chicago. In Chicago, he began working. He worked from 1 job, 2 jobs, whatever he could do. He struggled. We didn't have a place to stay at the time when he came to Chicago to bring his family. So I stayed until he was able to obtain a place for us to live. Although when I came to Chicago, we didn't have sufficient place for the children, so my children had to stay in Arkansas with my aunt. But Bill and I stuck together, kept struggling until 1950. We moved into our own place and we brought our children to Chicago where we was. And we went from that, we went from place to place trying to find a place to live with our children. There were times people closed doors in our face. There were times we cried together, but eventually we were able to buy our own home. And from that, we began to going upward. God blessed us to make it to a new home, another house we bought, and a car, several cars he bought. He was a lover of Cadillacs, and he bought what he wanted. But what now?
Well, you can keep talking like you was going. It seemed like you was on the road.
More about the bill?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
If you want, you can change it, you know.
Bye, you miss him, I know.
Express your love.
How we lived.
Yeah.
He ever gave it a thought he would be unable to work. He quit work in the year 75. He became ill and he retired from Rembrandt Lamp Company. And he had surgery on his stomach, and he had surgery on his eyes, and his health began to fail him. So eventually he had a stroke, which caused him to be unable to speak clearly and to understand clearly. But I loved him, and I worked with him. And for the first time, we really became close to each other during the years of his sickness. And for the first time, he began to seem to understand really what marriage and his children was about. But I worked with him, and I loved it. There were times he couldn't get around very good, but I was there to help him. There were sometimes he would fall down, and I would get someone to pick him up. But he seemed to love me, always wanted me there, and I always tried to be there for him. So one morning, about 4 o'clock, he became seriously ill, and I taken him to St. Anthony Hospital. And he was unable to speak very plain, but he would always hold my hand very tight. And it was something he was trying to tell me. And I believe he wanted to tell me he loved me. So eventually, after he had surgery in the hospital to help him to breathe, he couldn't talk with us anymore. And on January the 2nd, at 12 o'clock, he passed away. He was buried in Burr Oak Cemetery, and his grave number is number 60. So that was the end. He came to the close of the day, and it ended our love and our life, his life, but I still love him. We had our first grandson was born, Terry, and he always called us Daddy and Mama. So when Jerome was born, we tried to make the difference in calling him Grandpa. And Jerome, as a baby, he always said Baba. So that's how all the grands started calling him Baba. The daughter of Mary Armstrong, my oldest son. This is Della Denise. She was named after her aunt, Adela. But for a love name, we call her Weenie. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're now looking at LaShawn. This is Sonny's youngest son. He's now graduating. He will be graduating from high school in the year of 1988. We're now looking at Sonny's oldest daughter, Irena Armstrong, which we call Serena for a love name. This is her prom picture, the year she graduated. I don't know what it is. Looking at Alfred Willie Armstrong and Lillian Armstrong, whom Alfred married. This is my youngest son, whom we love very much. My second born as a boy. You ready? Uh-huh.
Okay, Grandma.
We're looking at Adela Armstrong Randall L. This is my second daughter. This is her husband, Thomas Randall. They was united in marriage 35 years ago. I don't know.
Okay. You ready? Okay. Hi, this is Ruth Ann again. I'm trying to help out here. Sweet. See there? This is Sweet Pea up here. have Nicole here, the year of '83, at her graduation picture.
And she's your what daughter?
This is my second child, Nicole Armstrong.
I don't know. I heard right.
All right, Sadie.
Yeah.
Sadie, this is Alfred's second daughter and his second marriage. All right.
Okay, go that picture with you and Andy down there.
Okay, here's I and a gentleman friend of mine named Anderson Turner at Mother's house on a Christmas day. And then we have myself and Sonny and Della at Mother's house on a Christmas day of 1978. That is, that's Bertha, Aunt Tootie's daughter. Uh-huh. Holidays first. That's Dean's first and second son, right? You and Gina. Okay, here we have Regina and her oldest son, Kashara Armstrong, and our second child, James Armstrong. And we have Soledad's daughter and Dean's son, Toby and Nika. This is thanks. And then we have Venice and Raina. That's Raina's daughter, first daughter. Okay, and we have Jerome on his prom. I don't know what year that was. Jerome made him. And we have Chicky and Elmo on their prom. That's Chicky's boyfriend.
Garcia's two sons.
Okay, this is
These two sons,
Abriel and
what is that? Gabriel and Abraham.
and then we have Bernice Armstrong. Sonny's first and last wife.
W's granddaughter. And that's Wallace, Claudia's son. We have T's two sons, Gabriel and Abraham. And we have W's grandson. We also have Dale's granddaughter, Angela. And we have Jerome's two sons. I don't know their name. And we have Bubbles, which is Dale's grandson. And we have, what's your name? We have Lakeeper, which we call a booby for a love name. Chicky's baby in the middle. That's, what's the name, the older one?
That's Kiana.
Uh-huh. So we're now looking at Alex, Rhoda's firstborn, Rhoda's and Michelle's firstborn. We're looking at Chicky's firstborn, Kiana.
Let that alone. Let it alone.
This is Patricia, which we call the Pat for the first name. That's my cousin, daughter, oldest daughter.
Cousin Mary, right?
Yeah, my cousin Mary's oldest daughter.
And then?
Now we're looking at Abnard and Bernard. This is Claudia's two youngest sons. And we're looking at Bill's great nephews of Cleveland, Ohio.
Who's those? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, who's that?
That's
the baby's on the front.
yeah, this is Soledad's oldest daughter, Sonny's granddaughter. This is Gary Randall, Adela's youngest son. Both of them is Gary. This is Gary and Ennis. This is Reverend Garrett and Sister Garrett, my former pastor. And with this fancy shirt and grandmother. This is Gary and Rochelle. This is Dernard, I'm sorry. This is Terry, grandmother. Who else is that? This is Bill, which is better known by the grandchildren as Bubba. He's now holding Ennis and Angie when they were babies. This is Ruth and Chicky. This is Ruth with one of her friends. And this is Popcorn, W's daughter. This is Ruth and her friend. And this is Sunny. I don't know what occasion it was. This is Sharon Armstrong. We're celebrating a Christmas party. Oh. This is Big Mama, Bill's mother. This is Dorothea, whom we call T for love name. We're now looking at Angie and Kashara at a Christmas party at the home of Ruth Armstrong. This is Bernard Mayton, Claudia's son. This is Abnard Mayton, Claudia's son. Baby. This is Bernice Armstrong, Sonny's first wife, and Weenie. And this is one of W's friends.
Was that when they was in the Nation of Islam?
I don't know.
I was about when she was in.
Oh, this is Weenie, I think.
I mean, when they was in, that was when they was in the Nation of Islam. Then.
Yeah, this is Bernice when she was in the Nation of Islam. Yeah. Suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah, in Blue Island. Yeah, that's when he was at.
Christmas party. I don't know who all the kids are. Bill and a group that he worked with from the cleaning plant, Joe Farrell and his family. This is grandmother attending an affair. This is grandmother and Baba and Adela. We're attending the wedding of Grace's daughter. This is not a relative, it's none of those. This is Regina Armstrong. We were attending a party, which she looks very sleepy.
Stop, Alex.
This is
Right.
Alfred Armstrong's two daughters, Rhonda, Renee, and Roz. And this is Rhonda, one of W's daughters. We got those. You got those.
Mm-hmm.
This is Regina. And this is Regina and Chicky, two sisters. And this is Marion Armstrong. This is Dean Armstrong, one of Sonny's sons attending a Christmas party with grandmother. You got this one,
Mm-hmm.
this one. This is Adela Randall and her friends. I don't know what that is, a part
Who is
here.
this one?
This is Bill's sister and husband, Rosie Lee and Judge Smith of Cleveland, Ohio.
It again, Lamar.
This is Rochelle Randall, Adele's oldest daughter. We are looking now at Weenie, Dean, Soledad, and Sean. I think that's who that is.
That's Jerry. And Jerry, yeah.
No, this one is just a friend of mine. This is Bill and Ruth, Mary, and Bertha.
And, yeah.
Bertha Riley.
Where was y'all at that night?
We were at a club, nightclub.
It's an old picture.
I don't know the name of the club. Oh, this is, I don't know, this is a friend of mine, kid, daughter, I think. And Tyrul. We're now looking at Sonny's daughter, Weenie, Sean, his son Tyrul, with her friend. Soledad, Dean, I think Victor, and Tyrul. Ruth Ann's daughter. Armstrong, which is W's daughter in 1978. Oldest son, Terry, which his name is Ernest, in 1979, with his son. Armstrong, which we call him Moose for love name. This is Ann's oldest son. Armstrong, Ruth Ann's grandson, which is the son of Regina. This is the birthday party of James Armstrong, which is Regina's son. Mel Randall and Michelle Randall in the year of 1979 at Easter at grandmother's house.
And Kashara, right?
With Kashara, which is Ann's oldest son. We are now looking at Soledad, Ruth Ann, Soledad's friend, and Della Denise, Denise, Kashara, and Angie in the year of 1978 at Easter time. Dad Armstrong, which is Sonny Armstrong's son, and his girlfriend Angie. This is Claudia's son, Wallace Maiden, with his son and his son's friend, and with his son and Bianca. That's his son's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
This is Angela, Rochelle's oldest daughter. So Nita Maiden, Claudia's daughter. Graduation of Irene Armstrong, and this is grandmother Ruth Armstrong and Alfred Armstrong, her uncle.
Leave it alone, Alex.
This is Victor Armstrong at a Thanksgiving occasion. I think that's what it is. Chicky. Mm-hmm. This is Sharon, whom we call Chicky. She's hamming it up. This is Kiana, Sharon's daughter, and Bubbles, whom we Aaron, which is Rochelle's son. You want to have her?
Mm-hmm.
This is Darcia of California, whom we call T.
Is this out in California?
Huh?
Is this in California where she's at?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see.
Armstrong, Sonny which is Ruth and Bill's son.
Easter.
This is, This is his Bill Armstrong at 1978 Easter with Ennis Randall. This is Rochelle Randall and friends.
Yeah, that's you.
This when he was in prison. I don't know who that is. This is Baba at a Thanksgiving dinner in the year of 1980. Pat. One. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is Rochelle Randall, Michelle Randall, 1981 at a Christmas dinner. In Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
This is Gwan, Claudia's son, W, Ruth and Bill's son, Adela, Ruth and Bill's son. At a 1981 Christmas dinner. Rochelle and Angie. Bubbles, which we call Bubbles, but his name is Aaron White. Evans. His name is Marion Evans. He's named after his grandma. This is the whole gang. This is Darcy and her family. And Weenie. Buddy and T with her son.
In California?
In California. Kid in Disneyland. Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
This is Ruth, grandmother, when she went on vacation in Los Angeles at Disneyland. My Ruth's daughter, Mary, my cousin, and Booby. 11 West 19th Street, which one of the buildings that Bill Armstrong owned.
When did you buy this? When did y'all buy this?
Huh?
When did y'all buy the building?
Where?
When?
19. This building was bought in the year of 1959 in the month of November. This is Ladine, and who is that? Is that Weenie?
No.
No. Ladine and his girlfriend at a dinner with grandmother. One, who is that? That's
boys and stuff.
This is W and Ann. Sister, Bill's two sisters, Lee Anya and Rosalie, and Ruth. I don't know who those are.
Some of the kids.
And some of our kids. Rosalie, Gracie Reed, Leona Lastly. I don't know whose child at that home. Which is Pat's oldest son.
And that's Aunt Mary's.
The daughter of Mary.
That's Aunt Mary's grandson.
Right, Aunt Mary's grandson.
That's Aunt
Yeah. This is
where was it at?
at home.
Yeah.
I think it is, isn't it? No, that's at somebody's house. I don't remember who. Son. I don't have very many pictures, okay? Ron Maton's son. Armstrong. Curtis. This is Terry's son. By Ruth Armstrong. This is the group of 1980 at Venus's birthday party. Attending a birthday party for Alfred Armstrong. Bill Armstrong, in the year of 19...
Oh, this was when you had the fire, because it's
yeah,
burned up
sure
at the top.
It's 1960.
Is that your first, the first
75.
fire?
1975, I think.
75?
What?
You had two fires, didn't you? You had a fire, two fires,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is the fire, which was at the home of Ruth Armstrong and Bill Armstrong, 3011 West 19th Street. This is Baba in the year of 79, the Christmas dinner. This is the building, which also purchased by Bill Armstrong and Ruth in the year of 1968, 2237 South Drake, Randall. Having dinner in 1981. Dinner of 1981. This is Guan Mayton, Thanksgiving dinner at grandmother's house in 1981. This is Bernard Mayton, Thanksgiving dinner of 1981.
And there's Gary and Raina.
This is Raina, Gary, Randall. I don't know when was that. 1980 at the Thanksgiving dinner. Ananias Richardson, the nephew of Ruth Armstrong, born to Robert Richardson of New York.
Say all his names, grandmother.
Ananias Richardson.
He had another name he had, didn't he?
No, Horton.
Spain or
Horton.
something.
Huh?
He had Spain or something.
Oh, Spain, yeah. Ananias
Spain and
Spain. Spain Horton,
He
yeah.
had a million names.
That's what bugged him. He didn't know who he was. This is Ananias Horton, Spain. The Carolyn. Here, what is that? I think he at my house.
Mm-hmm.
At grandmother's home, daughter and granddaughter. High school graduation of Irena Armstrong. And this is Irena's mother, Bernice, and her grandmother, Ruth Armstrong.
Miss Guan, what are you on Sunset Strip?
No, he was in California. Right, that's where he was at, in California at that time. So he was down there visiting the T. Dean, myself, Ann, and Jerry. Us.
Terry.
Terry's oldest son.
you, I asked you, did you want?
That's Sonny's son.
Huh?
That's Sonny's son.
Oh, that's his son. That's Terry's son.
That's Terry's oldest son.
That's his. I thought that other boy was his oldest son.
This is
Okay, that's a Sean up there too. It's two Seans, all right? Y'all get me together.
Rashawn.
Now who is this?
That other boy.
That's Tyree.
That's Tyru?
Uh,
Yeah, okay, that's Tyru on his graduation picture.
Miss
What year was this? 1979.
What's whose wife?
Junior's wife name.
Whose wife? Junior?
Mm-hmm.
Ida.
Ida.
That's Ida. And Randy, Bill's aunt. Ida, Bill's cousin. And Junior Polk's mother, Dorabelle.
Which is Daddy's sister and his nieces and nephews. And that's Big Mama and Solid Dad. What year was that? Rochelle and Gina. I don't know who
That's
else.
Gina?
Uh-huh.
You know the mother girl.
I don't know if there's some friends are there.
When he was a little boy.
Yeah, I think he was about 1 year
Who that
old.
baby up there?
Who was that?
I don't know who baby this
Hussein.
is. I don't know who's
Hussein.
saying. See,
Terry.
This is Rosalie's Bill's. They say this is Aunt Tootie's grandchildren.
okay, two of his grandchildren.
It. Raina. As Weenie. As Jerry. As Nita.
Oh, you got him. of all the Scorpios. Let me see, what's that? Bernard, Romeo, Nicole, Sydney, Sonny, Rosalind, Terry, and who else on there? That's it, ain't it?
So you get Evelyn, Sonny.
And Alfred. He losing. That's Sonny at the time he was losing his hair.
Aunt, great aunt.
And Carrie, Bill's aunt. Thanks
Without
to
her
Christmas.
glasses, huh?
I think she's wearing contacts then.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first pair of contacts she had. When he was about 6 months old.
Tea out in the nightclub.
That's Dorsey and myself and a friend of ours out at the the Hiawatha's Lounge. Yeah, that was the
Tea
one.
and go-go booth.
Right. I think that was T's second time going out with her aunt. Juan and Claudia. Still here? Uh-huh.
Did you get
And this is Claudia. And Sonny, and I think that's W's daughter. I don't know her name. This is Terry's lady friend. I don't know her name either. Then this grandmother.
He got that picture of Aunt Mary and
Money again. I think that we already get that.
It's okay, Baba.
Mother.
This was at a party for Bill's mother up on Lake Street.
Where was this at?
This was at a dinner at the Conrad Hilton, I believe, Hyatt Regency 1.
Who was that with?
That's Joe Varell and his group that he worked at the cleaners with.
What was their name again?
King Stars.
Yeah, those guys. You know they sung at the funeral. Uh-huh. What happened to their group? When did they break up or whatever?
Bill stopped singing with them right after we moved over at the house.
Yeah. Did they ever make any records?
I never did. He never did tell me why.
Did they ever make any records?
They cut a record or something, one or two.
Mm-hmm. You never heard it or nothing, huh?
Oh, no, no kind of records,
Oh, he killed.
Yeah, the one that got killed herself.
His grandmother and Big Mama.
Yeah, I think he got birthday party I gave up when he was in prison. He came home.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cake.
Oh, boy.
It's Bobo and Big Mama and Reverend Gary. Yeah.
Then she might want to say something. She can tell some tall stories, boy. Well, what happened to the picture?
You can start up there at the top. Who's that, Grandma? You know? Who's this?
That's Sweet Pea.
That's Sweet Pea?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Pea wear glasses?
She was. She don't like wearing it.
Who's that?
That's Venus.
This Angie. This is Jerry.
That's Jerry.
Let's see.
You ain't got too many pictures of him.
Bernard. Ennis.
What you saying?
Bubba. It's
Sean.
Sean.
That's Renee.
It's me and Michelle. Who's that?
That's Renee's little girl.
Roz.
Man, here you go.
Graduated from grammar school. That's me when I graduated from grammar school.
Mama studied digging out the
1970, May school. Who?
That's the one that killed herself last year, Christmas time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aunt Tootie's daughter.
How old is she? Well, how old is she?
Huh?
What happened to her?
He said, what happened to her?
Oh, she shot herself. Shot herself in the head.
How old was she?
She's about, what did they go about? 17, 18. That was Ree's little girl.
She thought Aunt Tootie was gonna die, so that's the reason why she killed herself. She thought Aunt Tootie was gonna die, that's the reason why she killed herself.
Now, I don't know, I'm not really.
No.
That girl had a problem. She was
she had a real
using,
problem.
dope and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She was pregnant and she was scared. Her mother told her she better not get her pregnant no more. She didn't want to, she wouldn't even talk with her about it.
Uh-huh.
And see, she already was on the verge of going back to jail and all that stuff. And the child was had too much on her mind, nobody could talk.
Oh, she been in jail?
Yeah, she had got into some kind of trouble. She was supposed to went to court that Monday.
Uh-huh.